Archangel Michael says there is a stirring in the air around you today, a shift so subtle yet powerful that your spirit is already feeling it before your mind can comprehend it. The winds of this morning carry whispers, urgent and insistent, warning you that an arrival is close, an arrival that will change everything. Someone's footsteps are already aligned with your path, their intentions concealed within the grasp of their hands. This is not an ordinary visit. This is not the casual knock of a neighbor or the familiar tap of a friend. No, this is deliberate, calculated, and laced with emotions they've hidden for far too long. The energy around them is restless, almost trembling, as if they've been rehearsing this moment for days, weeks, or even months. The truth is, they've been preparing to stand at your threshold, their shadow merging with the outline of your door, holding something they dare not let the world see yet. And though their steps are steady, their heart is pounding with the weight of what they carry. You must understand, this hidden thing in their hands is more than an object. It's a message, a revelation, a turning point. I have been standing close, watching their journey toward you, feeling the heat of their intentions, hearing the unspoken words they've buried under layers of hesitation. Each mile they close between you is charged with a magnetic pull, and though you may not yet hear their approach, the rhythm of their heart is already echoing at your door. They have crossed paths with countless moments that could have stopped them. Doubt tried to wrap itself around their ankles. Fear whispered in their ears, telling them to turn back. But something stronger, something undeniable, kept them moving forward. That pull toward you has been unshakable, even when the world tried to convince them to let go. It began days ago, perhaps even weeks. They held on to a thought, a plan, that grew so large inside them it could no longer be ignored. That thought became a decision, and that decision became action. Now, action has transformed into motion, motion that is leading them directly to you. You might think this is just coincidence, that this sudden arrival is nothing more than chance. But I assure you, beloved soul, it is not. This is orchestrated. This is divine timing. The moment their fingers closed around what they're bringing you, a sequence of events was set into motion that could no longer be reversed. And so, they come. With a face you know, a gaze that lingers, and a weight in their hands that speaks louder than any words could. It may be wrapped, concealed, disguised, but the truth inside it will strike straight into your heart the moment you see it. Perhaps it is a confession, pressed onto paper and sealed in an envelope that trembles with the heat of their touch. Perhaps it is an item you once thought lost forever, now returned with a story of where it's been and why it took so long to find its way back to you. Or perhaps it is something new entirely, crafted from their own hands, meant only for you. But I must warn you, this visit is not only about what they carry. It's about what it will awaken inside you. Memories will resurface. Emotions you've tried to bury will rise. You will see them standing there, and in that moment, you will understand things that have been hidden in the dark corners of your heart for far too long. They have rehearsed this moment in their mind over and over again. They've pictured your reaction, your voice, the look in your eyes when you see them. And though they've convinced themselves they're ready, a part of them knows nothing could truly prepare them for the reality of standing in front of you again. You may notice the way their fingers tighten around what they hold, the way their breathing quickens as they search for the courage to speak. And in that moment, you will feel the truth, not in their words, but in the silence between them. I have been guarding you for long enough to know when a moment like this will shift the course of your story. And make no mistake, this is one of those moments. You will not simply close the door afterward and return to life as it was before. This is the kind of encounter that changes the air you breathe. For some, this arrival may bring joy so deep it feels like sunlight breaking through endless clouds. For others, it may stir up questions about trust, about forgiveness, about whether the past can truly stay in the past. But either way, this moment is necessary. It has been building for far too long to be denied. I have seen their journey toward you, and I have felt the waves of uncertainty they've had to push through to get here. They have questioned themselves, questioned you, even questioned the very reason they are doing this. Yet still, they come. And I tell you this now so that you will not be caught in the storm of surprise, but instead stand ready when their shadow falls across your door. You will hear the knock. You will feel the pause in time as the space between you narrows to nothing. And when you open that door, you will know, this was always meant to happen. Archangel Michael says you must understand, this is not just a physical arrival, it is a moment written into the very fibers of your timeline. I have seen it, traced it, felt its pulse in the threads of your destiny. Their presence on your doorstep will not simply be the result of a choice, it will be the result of a calling they could not resist. Even now, they may be adjusting their pace, slowing as they get closer, trying to gather themselves. In their mind, they are replaying every word they might say, but in their heart, they know the real message will not be spoken. It will be felt. And you, beloved, will feel it the moment you open that door. There is something in their grip, a shape, a weight, a secret, that has been waiting to find its way to you. They may have kept it hidden from everyone else, protecting it from curious eyes, guarding it as if it holds the very key to something larger than the two of you. I tell you now, it does. And when they extend their hand toward you, you will notice the subtle tremor in their fingers. That is not weakness, it is the vibration of truth trying to break free. They have kept it contained for so long that it has become a living force inside them, desperate to be released. They have walked through uncertainty like a maze, and every turn they've taken has somehow led them back to you. There were moments when they almost threw away the idea entirely, convincing themselves that too much time had passed, that too much had changed. But something, perhaps a dream, perhaps a sudden memory, pulled them back onto this path. For days, they have carried the thought of this moment in the quiet corners of their mind. In the daylight, it has been a shadow at their side. In the stillness of night, it has been the only thing they could see when they closed their eyes. And today, on this 9th of August, that vision is coming to life. When they reach your home, there will be a brief pause, just a heartbeat in time, before they knock. You may sense it even before you hear the sound, as if the air itself shifts and your spirit instinctively knows someone stands on the other side. That is when you will feel my presence, urging you to answer without delay. This is not a moment to ignore. This is not a door to leave closed. If you hesitate, if you wait too long, the weight of what they've come to deliver may slip away into the wind, and I do not want you to lose this. The object they hold, hidden, yet so alive with intention, will not make sense at first glance. You will recognize it, or perhaps you won't. But you will feel its energy before you even touch it. It may carry the scent of a place they've been, the warmth of their hands, the silent imprint of countless thoughts they've had about you. I can see the scene as clearly as if it is unfolding right now. The way their eyes will meet yours, steady yet uncertain. The way they might shift their weight, as though the ground beneath them feels unsteady under the pressure of this moment. The way their voice may catch, leaving words hanging in the air like threads you'll want to pull to uncover the truth. And the truth will come, though perhaps not all at once. The first layer may be the physical thing they place into your hands. But the deeper truth will be in the way they look at you, the way they linger even after they've said what they came to say. Because this visit is not about leaving, it's about opening something between you that has been closed for far too long. Their arrival today is not random. It is the answer to something you once sent out into the universe, maybe without even realizing it. A thought, a wish, a prayer, it has been answered in the form of footsteps approaching your door. Archangel Michael says the moment they reach your doorstep, the air will feel different, denser, as if the weight of what's about to happen is pressing down on the space between you. Your heartbeat will quicken without warning. You may not understand why at first, but your spirit will know long before your mind catches up. They will hesitate, just for a second, their hand hovering before they knock. That pause will be heavy with everything unsaid, every unspoken word, every emotion they've tried to hide. And when their knuckles finally touch the door, the sound will echo inside you far louder than it should. The object they carry will remain close to their body, almost shielded, as if it contains something so precious it cannot be exposed to the world too soon. It will not be handed over immediately. They will want to look at you first, to see if they can read the answer to an unasked question in your eyes. There is a trembling in their energy, half from fear, half from hope. They are not here by accident. They are here because something deep inside told them that today was the day they could no longer hold this back. That if they waited even a single sunrise longer, they might lose the courage forever. You may remember moments between you and this person that never fully closed, conversations that ended with more weight in the silence than in the words. This is connected to those moments. This is a continuation, a piece of the story you didn't even know was missing until now. I see them standing there, trying to decide whether to lead with words or with the object they hold. They will probably speak first, just a short phrase, simple but loaded with meaning. But no matter what they say, you will be looking at what they are holding, sensing that it is the real reason they came. And when they finally extend it toward you, time will slow. Your hand will move almost on its own, reaching out, but you'll feel an invisible hesitation in the air, as if the universe itself wants you to pause just long enough to recognize the magnitude of this exchange. This is not just a gift, not just a return of something lost, not just a token. It is a vessel of truth. It is the bridge between what you thought you knew and what you are about to learn. And once it touches your hands, there will be no going back. I have been watching the way the threads of your life have been pulled tighter and tighter, leading to this exact knot in time. Every encounter you've had with this person before now has been leading here, whether you realized it or not. Even the days you spent apart were shaping the energy for this reunion. They have battled doubts on this journey to you. I can feel the echoes of the moments they almost turned around, the times they almost convinced themselves that this wasn't worth the risk. But the weight in their hands was heavier than their fear, and so they kept going. There is something about the way they will look at you that will tell you this isn't only about what they've brought, it's about what they're ready to say, what they're ready to admit. They may not have planned to reveal everything, but the closeness of standing in front of you will draw it out. You must be ready to listen, not only with your ears, but with the space in your heart that remembers who they truly are. This is a moment that could redefine what you believe about them, about yourself, and about the connection between you. And when you finally take what they are holding, you will feel it before you see it clearly. The texture, the temperature, the energy, it will spark a recognition inside you that you can't explain. You will know, without needing words, that this is not just an object. It might be wrapped in paper, tied with a string, or hidden in a plain envelope. Or perhaps it will be unadorned, raw and honest in its form. Whatever way it appears, it will be deliberate. Nothing about this visit is careless. I tell you now, do not dismiss this moment. Do not set it aside for later. The timing is as important as the object itself. When it arrives in your hands, it will be in alignment with something in your spirit that has been quietly waiting for this exact day. And beloved, I am standing at your side to ensure that when you open the door, you will be ready for the truth that has been traveling toward you for far longer than you realize. Archangel Michael says the truth is, I have been guarding this moment for far longer than you think. Every choice you made, every door you opened, every one you closed, it all played a part in weaving the path that led to this day. You may feel as though life has been scattered, unpredictable, but in my sight, the threads have been perfectly aligned. The footsteps heading toward you are not ordinary. They are heavy with meaning, but light with urgency, like a heartbeat racing in anticipation. The one who carries this hidden object is not just delivering something, they are delivering a piece of themselves, something they could not trust with anyone else. I have seen them in the quiet of their own space, holding what they now carry, staring at it for long moments as if asking it for guidance. It has sat with them in silence, absorbing their hesitations, their questions, their fears. And now, it is coming to sit with you. Do not underestimate the courage it takes to walk toward your door with this in their grasp. They have battled with the shadows of the past. They have stood on the edge of turning back more times than they will admit. But there is something inside them that refuses to let them run from this any longer. Their steps will slow as they reach your street. The closer they come, the more the air will shift around you. You may find yourself distracted without reason, feeling pulled toward the window or the sound of movement outside. That is your spirit's way of recognizing that what is coming is for you. I see the way they will approach, hesitant but determined, each step a silent conversation with themselves. By the time they are standing at your door, their thoughts will be a storm. Will you welcome them? Will you understand? Will you see them the way they hope you still can? In their hand, the object will remain close, almost pressed to their side, as if they're afraid the world will steal it before it reaches you. The way they hold it will speak volumes. You will see that this is not something casual, not something bought thoughtlessly. It holds too much weight for that. They will take a deep breath before knocking. And when they do, the sound will seem to echo longer than it should, as if the moment itself is stretching to make space for what's about to unfold. When you open the door, there will be a pause, a silence that feels like the world holding its breath. You will see them, but your attention will be drawn instantly to what they're holding. Even before you know what it is, you'll feel its pull. Their eyes will meet yours, and in that instant, 1,000 unspoken moments will pass between you. The history you share, the things you've both left unsaid, will rise to the surface. They may try to speak, but their voice could falter, not from weakness, but because the weight of this encounter is more than they expected. I tell you now, this is more than a visit. This is a crossroads. The decision you make in the next few breaths, whether to take what they are offering, whether to listen to what they need to say, will ripple outward into your days ahead. And beloved, I am here to guide you through it, to keep your heart open even if your mind races with questions. This moment is sacred, and it is yours. You may notice their hand tighten slightly as they extend the object toward you, as though they are giving you not just what's in their grasp, but also their trust. In the smallest details, how they stand, how they breathe, you will see the truth. This has been building inside them for a long time. The energy between you will shift. The world around you may blur. All that will remain clear is the space between your hands as you reach for what they're offering. And when you take it, the air will seem to hum with something unspoken. This is the moment where everything tilts. The past, the present, the future, they all meet here, in the exchange of this hidden thing. You may not understand it immediately, but the understanding will grow. I have seen what comes next, and I tell you, it is not the end. It is only the beginning of a chapter you didn't know you were about to step into. Archangel Michael says the space between the knock and your hand reaching for the door will feel endless, yet impossibly brief. Your body will move almost instinctively, but your spirit will register the shift. This is not just someone standing outside, this is the arrival of a truth long delayed. The light will catch their face in a way that reveals every trace of emotion they have tried to hide. A flicker in their eyes will betray the depth of their feelings, anticipation, fear, and something else, something unspoken but powerful. They will not need to say much for you to know that this moment means as much to them as it will to you. Their stance will tell you they've been standing there for longer than you think, rehearsing the right moment to knock, the right words to speak. And in their hand, the hidden object will remain partially shielded, its form obscured, yet its presence unmistakable. The way they hold it, fingers curled around it like a lifeline, will draw your eyes over and over again, even as they begin to speak. The sound of their voice will carry the weight of every step they took to get here. Each word will be careful, deliberate, yet trembling at the edges, as though holding back something far greater. You will notice how they search your face, scanning for signs of acceptance, of welcome. They are measuring your reaction, deciding if they can go through with placing what they carry into your hands. It is not simply an item, it is a message in physical form, one they could never send through anyone else. The air will feel heavier with each heartbeat. Even the smallest sounds, your breathing, their shifting weight, will seem amplified. The world outside may carry on, but here, in this doorway, everything else will fade away. Finally, their hand will extend. You will see the tension in their arm, the slight quiver of their fingers. The moment your hand moves toward theirs, the energy between you will tighten, drawing you into a shared current that neither of you can step away from now. When your skin brushes theirs as you take the object, something inside you will stir, an emotion you might not be able to name immediately. It could be relief, or longing, or a sudden wave of realization. Whatever it is, it will settle deep inside you and stay there. They will keep watching your face as you hold it, as if silently asking whether you feel what they feel. You will know instinctively that whatever is inside, it was meant to be in your hands, at this exact moment, on this exact day. The object itself may feel light, but the meaning it carries will be far heavier. Its surface may be warm from their touch, or cool like something pulled from a place it has been hidden. There may be layers, wrapping, folds, or a sealed envelope, each one holding back the truth until you are ready. And when you look up from it, their eyes will tell you there is more to this than just the delivery. They have words still lodged in their chest, waiting to come out. Words they might not have the courage to speak until you've seen what they've brought. I have been at your side, ensuring that when this moment arrived, you would be open enough to receive it, not just in your hands, but in your heart. This meeting has been in motion for far longer than you realize, and nothing about it is random.